In a special chat today, we are excited to catch up with two very special guests. Joining us in the studio, we have Sulajja Firodia Motwani, founder and CEO of Kinetic Green Energy and Power Solutions Limited, and Piyush Pandey, the advertising legend behind the iconic Chal Meri Luna campaign. Kinetic Green is all set to launch its new TVC for E-Luna, a multifaceted campaign designed not just to drive brand awareness, but to strengthen the brand's equity and forge a deeper emotional connection with its target audience. With the man who has brought to us the unforgettable Chal Meri Luna campaign by their side. Today's conversation promises to be insightful and inspiring. So without further delay, let's dive in and hear more from Sulajja and Piyush about this exciting new chapter for Kinetic Green and E-Luna. Welcome to CNBC TV18.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
So Sulajja, let's begin this conversation with you. Tell us about the entire thought process behind this campaign for Kinetic E-Luna.
So, well, first let me tell you a little bit about E-Luna and I think how this campaign helps to bring it, to the audiences. As we all know, the Luna brand and the Luna as a product has been definitely more than a product. It's been something where it has a deeper connection with the consumer than an entire generation. And I think the 70s, 80s, even 90s, the young audience grew up using Luna as their first vehicle. Yeah. Whether it was a college student, whether it was a housewife, whether it was a small trader, it was a small businessman, Luna gave them mobility. And when Piyush created this campaign called Chal Meri Luna, it really strengthened that bond. Where Chal stood for mobility, Meri stood for pride of possession, and Luna became more than a product, it became a friend. So Chal Meri Luna became legendary because it conveyed very simply that this is a product, this is your friend who will help you to go ahead in life. And that was the beauty of that campaign, and I think in the new campaign for E-Luna, we're trying to carry forward that bond with the consumers. And I do believe that it also stands very true today for the message that E-Luna intends to give to the consumers.
Absolutely. And Piyush, over to you. Chal Meri Luna has been such an iconic line and such an iconic piece of advertising in the Indian advertising history. I remember even like in each of our conversations, whether it was, celebrating your landmark years at Ogilvy or even around the launch of your book, you have always mentioned or referenced Chal Meri Luna as one of, your favorite piece of work. So Piyush, tell us more first. The thought process behind the first campaign, how was it created? How was it coined?
I think I want to say something here. If Chal Meri Luna was between her father Arun Firodia and me. So today is Luna Green and Sulajja. So we moved on. And that time it was Ogilvy and today is 82.5. So we have all moved to next generation without losing the family touch at any point. So it was...
so what does that prove? It proves that both the campaign is iconic and timeless, and so are you, right?
I wouldn't say so. I think ideas, iconic things, iconic is declared by the people, not by me or you or anyone. So I think it continues to be iconic, and what Sulajja and the 82.5 team has done is to pick up the right family traits and pick up the new generation and their needs and made a combination which says, okay, it comes from that same family, but it's not something which is of the 70s and 80s, something for me in 2025. That's what they've done.
And you beautifully put how Luna came across as a friend back then. So when, you're launching this particular campaign now, how do you want to position E-Luna in the eyes of the modern consumer of today?
It's a product which is meant for the aspiring youth of India. What I mean by that is the following, that today if you look at India's demographics, right, about 50% of India, which is 75 crore people, earn between 15,000 to around 30,000 rupees a month. Now these are the aspirers, who are now coming up. The aspirers of 70s and 80s who were the Luna customers, of course, have moved on to now using, Mercedes cars, for example, that are doing wonderfully well in their life. They have progressed. But there is a large group of such aspirers of today who are trying to come up in life. They could be small traders, they could be, doing somebody who's, working in an office, somebody who is working for a courier company, there's this huge e-commerce, gig workers, you know, who are moving, who are trying to move up in life, you know, trying to enter the middle class and progress in life. The E-Luna is positioned to be a friend and a partner in their progress. It's a vehicle which is meant for today's youth who are coming up in life, and it enables them to move ahead. And I think there's a very important point here, which is about the economics or the affordability. Today, these people are not buying any vehicle. They're not buying a petrol engine based scooter or a motorcycle. Why? Because an EMI of an engine based vehicle costs about 3,000 to 4,000 rupees, and you spend an equal amount on petrol. So the total cost of owning your vehicle, apna gadi, which can help you to reach work faster or, you know, office faster, do better in life, costs about 7,000 to 8,000 a month. There was somebody earning 25,000 rupees a month. 7,000 to 8,000 a month is a huge amount for mobility, you know, or for transport. Their budget for transport is 2,000 to 3,000 rupees a month. Rest they have to spend on roti, kapda, makan, bachon ki school ki fees, and so on and so forth. So that's where the E-Luna comes in. We want to tell them that because it's electric and because it's designed to be affordable and a long-term partner for you, the EMI for E-Luna is just about 2,000 rupees a month, and the petrol cost is zero. It's electric. The charging cost is hardly 300 rupees a month. So in less than 2,500 rupees a month, they can have an E-Luna which can help them to move up in life. So the communication campaign here is saying that Luna is going to be a partner in progress. It's something that will help you to do better business, to move ahead and reach your destination quicker, and it's your friend. So it's hinged on, again, enabling mobility for people, and also we are bringing the electric benefits, because people do want to know what is the range, is it sturdy, is it suitable for the roads I'm on.
I was going to get that, because one of the some of the primary concerns when it comes to owning an electric vehicle in India is, of course, the range issues. That's one of the primary concerns, suitability for the road, the charging infrastructure and all of that. So what was your brief given to, let's say, an 82.5 to address some of these issues and weave it into, like, the nostalgia that Chal Meri Luna comes in with?
Yeah. So again, we worked greatly as a team. The idea was to position the E-Luna and ensure that while we communicate these key benefits that you mentioned, that it has a range of, more than 110 kilometers, while it can carry 150 kgs of payload, so it's suitable for business, for carrying things from your shop to another shop or whatever it is. Utility is very high, and it is all electric, so there is ease of owning. There's no petrol, but at the same time, so these benefits had to be communicated, because people need to know what the product is all about. But at the same time, we said that we need to also build the brand connect. We need to build back the nostalgia. We need to build on the nostalgia. We need to have the pride of possession. It needs to be a very interesting and entertaining piece of communication.
I think what is interesting out there in the two campaigns, if you look at it, that the benefits are actually woven into the thing. If you look at Ram Murari, it says, "Ye hai Mr. Ram Murari, अफसर हैं ये एक सरकारी, देर देर तक काम ये करते, फिर घर जाने से थे डरते, उनको सूझा एक उपाय, अगले दिन एक लूना लाए, चल मेरी लूना, लूना करती पूरा वादा, खर्चा कम मजबूती ज़्यादा." Now you don't think that somebody is saying इसको तीन तरीके से इस्तेमाल करिए. It is woven in. And what I see in what they have done in the E-Luna is the same way it is woven in. It is not suddenly saying, hello, मेरे के अंदर ये है वो है. That becomes spoon feeding. And the soul of Luna, from Luna the first to Luna V-Luna, is the same thing, that it says things to you as if they're talking to you and not selling to you.
And having said that, Piyush, like, coming back to the OG, the first Chal Meri Luna campaign, what was the kind of long-term impact that the campaign had, like, on the share of Luna in the Indian market, and also like in the consumer mind? Like, if you can also tell us that the success of the campaign, how did you gauge and evaluate that back then? What was the long-term impact of it?
I think long-term impact is that you and I are sitting and talking about it. And I think when I did that, you must have been
not born,
not born, or very little. She was 17 or 18, I think. If I am not calculating things, but 17 or 18, I छोड़ दिया बीच में. But she was definitely a teenager when I did that. And that's the long-term impact that the Firodias chose to do their electric vehicle in the name of Luna, they could have done anything else. I think the combination is Luna is their soul and E-Luna is their today's body. That is my way of looking at it.
You want to add to that, Sulajja? What was the kind of impact that you saw on, Luna's legacy, and how did it overall contribute to the consumer loyalty back then?
So we all know that Luna has been a very successful product. As I mentioned in the beginning, it's been the first vehicle for an entire generation. I think what Chal Meri Luna campaign did was that it made it timeless. It went beyond from being a product. It went to, as I said, a friend.
Yeah.
And even today, when we say Luna, people remember Chal Meri Luna. Now that's such a special thing, because very few such campaigns become so memorable and so fun. I mean, it's also very light-hearted,
Yeah.
And I think Chal Meri Luna is a very memorable and a timeless piece of communication, and that's why it's so timeless that even when E-Luna has come in a completely new technology, which is relevant for today's times, as I mentioned to you.
Yeah.
It has a new angle of affordability. It's talking to a new generation of aspirants.
Yeah.
The core message remains the same.
Yeah.
Affordable, mobility, durability, convenience, progress, movement, it remains the same. The soul of the product message remains the same, but in the new technology which enables that for today's world. But we could not think of another line. I think this line is so timeless.
How do you see Kinetic Green contributing to the overall green mobility in the country going forward?
We are so excited about it, Shibani.
Yeah.
I think we are at an unprecedented, time. For me, feeling is, being, see, for me, Kinetic Green is more than a business, right? It's my chance to add to the wonderful legacy of the family. Piyush talked about, what wonderful work my father, my grandfather have done. Kinetic has been a great, contributor to India's mobility scene.
Yeah.
I think it's my chance to add to it in a meaningful way. So in a sense, and bring also the sustainability.
Yeah.
So add to the story of India's new mobility, but also add to the story of India's green transition. So I'm very excited about it. The place I see for our brand, especially here, is that we are trying to democratize e-mobility. We are trying to make it, package it in such a way that it's available and accessible to the masses, not just the classes.
Yeah.
So we are using our engineering skill, bringing products like the E-Luna, which are very well designed, which are very advanced, but which are also suitable for not just India, but for Bharat.
Yeah.
And taking it to people all across the country. And that's where, our strength of the brand, our knowledge of the distribution, engineering, R&D, cost control, and giving timeless products, will come into the play. I mean, of course, we are talking about E-Luna and Kinetic Luna, but Kinetic Honda has been another such example, which is also timeless. It was advanced technology brought within the reach of, urban India and the middle class.
Yes. Yes.
So I think Kinetic Green's vision is similar, bring new technology, advanced technology, but make it suitable to democratize e-mobility, make it available to everyone, everywhere. And therefore, people will save thousands of rupees in their transport, and we'll save our environment and make our cities less polluted.
Well, all the best for that. Thank you so much, both of you. Thanks for joining us
today. Thank you, Shibani. God bless you.
It is time for a short break. You don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back. Now we are joined in by Sujata V. Kumar, Head of Marketing, India and South Asia at Visa, to dive into some exciting developments in the world of digital payment and the premium card market. We are diving straight into the conversation with Visa Infinite campaign and how Visa Infinite is elevating premium experiences for discerning consumers. We are speaking about the larger digital payment ecosystem in India and what lies ahead. Let's take a look. Sujata, let's begin this conversation with one of your most recent campaigns for the Visa Infinite card. So tell us more about, the strategy and the thought process behind this particular campaign, and also how does it fit in, your overall strategy when it comes to some of the premium card payment solutions that Visa has.
There's been a huge growth in the affluent segment in India. Also, along with the growth in the affluent segment, we're also finding people wanting to spend more on experiences, on purchases, rather than, saving for a rainy day. So what we've done is we've also looked at how we can cater our products and our experience to serve this segment better. Just in terms of numbers, we've seen, Shibani, that there was about 60 million in the affluent segment in 2023, and that's expected to grow to more than 110 million by 2027. Yeah. So huge growth. And what we've seen with these people is what they look for premium experiences that they can't get otherwise. And they look at the best way to get this because, like I said, they're looking for ways to enjoy life, to get the best experiences and, enjoy their money in the best way.
And are there any unique services or experiences with the Visa Infinite that you are particularly excited about and want to speak going ahead with your marketing?
We're focusing our premium affluent experiences on 3 pillars: travel, dining, and entertainment. And what we're doing is across these 3 pillars, we're making sure there are premium experiences that go to cardholders. I'll give you an example. If you take dining, what you do get is you can get curated menus with the Visa Infinite card. You can get special kitchen tours by the chef himself or herself, priority dinner reservations. If you look at travel, there's a list of over 900 Visa luxury hotels where you get special benefits.
Sujata, in an era where, there are multiple payment options available, and this is with regards to the larger Visa strategy, I want to understand. How do you build loyalty amongst your customers when it comes to payment with Visa? And specifically in your role, what role does marketing play in, doing this?
So you've seen in the past few years, the growth of cashless or digital payments has been immense.
Yeah.
We've seen the growth, and what we've done at Visa is we've made sure that we are the best way for people to pay through having fast, secure, and convenient payments. And what has happened over the past few years is with the growth of digital payments, there's also been a lot of growth in frauds and scams, as you would have noticed. Visa has the technology to be the most secure way to pay through innovations such as tokenization, which masks your card, zero liability, immediate card replacement. So what we do is we make sure that every transaction is secure, and that over the past few years has helped to build a tremendous loyalty of customers using the Visa card, as well as grow the business significantly.
So Sujata, what are some of the challenges that Visa is facing while transitioning from cash payments to digital payments? Because I have seen even in metros, like, during the sale season, people paying lakhs of rupees in cash, at stores like Zara and H&M. If you go beyond a city like Mumbai, I've seen that businesses, even big shop owners, asking for cash instead of cards.
It's a great question. Yeah. So cash has always been big in the country, and it continues to be a strong part. So I don't think cash will ever go. I don't think we'll ever become a 100% cashless society, and there's a role for that. I think if you talk about us at Visa, what we're trying to do is we're trying to teach consumers to move from cash to cashless, and especially now when you're moving away from the metro into smaller towns, younger audiences or older audiences, how do they do that safely and securely? Because the moment a person has a bad experience or is a victim of a fraud or a scam, they are very wary. So we're making sure we teach them what's the best way to do that through a lot of education, both to the customer as well as at merchant points and where they purchase from. Having said that, there's a lot of benefits to using digital payments because, like I said, it's fast. There's no need, like you said, for people to count the wads of money what they do. It's very convenient and it's extremely secure. There's no concept of losing that. If you lose a card, you get an immediate replacement.
And also you can keep a track of the payment that you've made.
You keep a track. So I think the benefits, far outweigh. So people are moving significantly. But if you ask me, cash will always coexist as part of the society.
Yeah, and mobile first payment is, being taken up in a big way in the many markets in India. So what is your strategy there? What have you done? What are some of the innovations that Visa has come up with? And how are consumers responding to some of these innovations?
Absolutely. India is definitely a mobile first market. And if you see, when we talk about payment, we say tap to pay with Visa. It could be with the physical card, it could be with mobile. We don't differentiate. Both are areas in which we look to grow. And we do see, because the mobile is very convenient, once you have it with you, you can use it. In terms of what are we doing, like I said, we're making sure that people, when they use the Visa credential to pay, it's very secure. So what we do with the mobile, for example, if you go and tap to pay with your mobile, the merchant who you're paying to doesn't get to see any of the details of your cards. Through a process of tokenization, all they get is a link to your payment, but none of your details are exposed. So keeping it safe, keeping it secure, keeping it convenient because it's on their mobile. And I think payments by mobile will only grow and grow significantly.
Great. Thank you so much, Sujata. Thanks for joining us today and sharing these insights with us.
It's always wonderful to be here. Thank you so much, Shibani.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, X and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.